I'd like to show you a few features in PBS. I'm going to start with the Days Off tab. I'm going to click on Days Off. Other Properties 6. This little plus sign, when I click that, that expands the list of properties. When we select any of these properties, they will not be reflected on our calendars over here, and they will not impact our pairing pool, but they will be considered when our line is put together. I'm going to start with String of Days Off starting on date. I'm going to click on that. Then this box opens up, so it needs more information. So I'm going to click inside that box. The little calendar comes up. I'm going to advance the calendar to September since I'm in the September bid month. I'm going to select the 15th, layer 1, add this bid. Now I'm asking for as many days off as I can hold in a row starting on Monday, September 15th for layer 1. If I would like it also to be considered for layer 2, I can click layer 2 here. And we can see PBS is saving my changes that I'm making. I can add to or take away at any time. Or I can just eliminate the bid completely by clicking on this X and it removes it. When I go to the layer screen, this has a bar graph of the number of pairings as accumulated by layer. And I'm going to show you how, when I add days off, how it impacts my pairing pool. On Monday, the 1st, I'm going to choose for day off, and I'm going to do that for 4 layers. And we're going to see how it moves these pairings. These 492 touch the 1st. So it moved it to layer 5 because I chose the first off for the first 4 layers. Okay? I'm going to choose the second off for 3 layers. And we can see on this little overview, right here it's showing you that I did the first off for 4 layers, the second off for 3 layers, and we can see it reflected in the pairing pool as well. Okay? When I want to bid for every Wednesday off, I can click on the word, and I can choose the number of layers. Bid these properties, and you can see I did every Wednesday off in the overview here for 2 layers, and it has impacted my pairing pool. If I wanted to remove the Wednesday bid, I could remove it completely by clicking on the word, and I can delete it, I can add to it, I can take away, or just delete. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the first, and I'm going to take away. I just did that for 2 layers. Okay, so now I'm going to add some pairings. So I'm going to click on pairings, and I can add more properties, or I can search pairings. I'm going to search the pairings. These are all the pairings in my base. I'm going to add search criteria. Other properties is 32. I'm going to click on that plus sign to expand that list out. To make this easier, next time I come to this screen, I'm going to save some favorites. I'm going to choose prefer pairing length and the report between. All right, and now I'm going to search my pairings. And I'm going to search for 1 days, add to search criteria. I'm going to add more search criteria, a report between. And this is just the window I want to report between. And I'm going to use 11:30 in the morning and 2300. I'm going to add to search criteria. So now it searched my base for pairings that are 1 days that report between 11:30 and 23:30. There are 22 pairing IDs, 79 total results. These grayed out numbers, those are the days of operation. If I want to add these to my calendar, I click on the day, right here, layer 1, add this bid. Looks like PBS is not responding. I'm going to hit refresh. And it added my bid on the 25th. I'm going to search the pairings again. I'm going to add more search criteria. Now you can see it's easier to find these because they were saved as favorites. I'm going to choose a 1 day. I'm going to choose my report between window, and I'm going to choose, let's do 11:15 to the end of the day this time. And now I have both of these up. When I hit add to search criteria, it just adds both of them. Okay. So now we can see here, I bid this on the 25th. We can see because it's blue, right? I'm going to bid the 12th. And 29th. Okay. Now these, I love all of these, so I'm going to bid all of these at one time, and to do that, I'm going to click here, layer 1, add this bid. I'm going to go advance through my search by clicking next. I love all of these. I can add these by clicking on the pairing, layer 1, add this bid. Okay. And I can go back by clicking previous. Now I'm back on page 1. If I wanted to see what was on page 8, I could just click on page 8. Right? It shows me what's on page 8. These controls are available at the bottom as well. I'm going to go back to page 1. Okay. So now I see I have 2 pairings on one day, and that tells PBS I don't care which one of those pairings I get. And in this case, I do. So I would like to change the layer that this pairing is on. So I click on that. I select layer 2. I take it off of layer 1. Okay. And I close this out. And so now it has removed it from layer 1 and it has placed it on layer 2. Okay. So I'm going to go to layer 3 and let's go look at the layer screen. And now we can see that in layer 1, I bid these specific pairings on a day. I bid this pairing ID. And then in layer 2, I have that pairing ID, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go back to pairings and I'm going to add a property. So add more properties, and I'm going to do a preferred pairing length, and I'm going to do a 4-day, and I'm going to add that to layer 3. And now you notice I'm not seeing anything right here except that I bid a 4-day for layer 3. I'm going to add more properties. I'm going to expand this list. And I'm going to do a minimum average credit per duty for that 4-day. I'm going to click inside here. And I'm going to say I want 5 hours and 15 minutes per duty average. Add this bid. Now I don't really know how many pairings that's generated, but I can look when I go to layer. Right? And I can see that in layer 3, I bid a 4-day with a minimum average credit of 515. And when I come here, view pairing set, layer 3, these are the 4 days that generic bid did, and I can advance through them by clicking next, next. Right? Now some of these I'm not going to be able to hold, but some of them I probably can. Right? If I see something that I don't want, right, I can view details, I can look at it closer, or I can just click remove it. Okay, click remove and I can remove it from layer 1 or from all layers. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to return to the layer overview. And I noticed in that there was Tel Aviv, and I don't like Tel Aviv, so I'm going to go back to pairings, add more properties. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to avoid layover at city. And I'm going to check this drop-down menu. I'm going to select Tel Aviv, layer 3, add this bid. Okay, again, we're not seeing it here because it's just a general property there. So I'm going to go back to layers. And now I'm going to view the pairing set, layer 3, and now we can see that Tel Aviv is now gone. Okay, makes me very happy. Right? Return to the layer overview. This screen is very valuable in looking to see if your bid is reflecting what you think it is. You know, did I bid what I think what I was trying to bid? So, you know, I never want to go to Tel Aviv, so it was, you know, so when I checked it, I saw that, and now I could adjust my bid to reflect that I do not want to go to Tel Aviv. Okay, so now we've looked at days off and pairings. When we go to the line properties, there's other properties. There's 17 line properties that we can choose from. Okay, we can buddy with a person, we can avoid a person. We can waive 35 and 7. We can waive our rest. There's just a lot of things in here that we can choose. So let's do a maximize credit. And when we maximize credit, we should do it for all the layers. Okay. And it's recommended that you use all 7 layers. Okay. So I'm going to add that to all 7 layers. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at the layers screen. And we will see that this maximize credit, it does not impact my pairing pool. All right. And so now I'm going to go through here and I'm just going to check it. Now, I really don't have time to finish my bid or to check it, and I would rather just use my standing bid. What I can do is a few things, right? I can move things around to make it more acceptable. So if I wanted to change something, like I want this pairing on the second layer, I can move that around just like that. It's really just that easy to move things around. You know, we check our layer screen, make sure we know what we're doing. I put it back. Well, I really just do not have the time. I'm just going to exit out. I'm going to make sure I'm on layers. And I'm going to X this out. I'm going to make sure that I'm over here on my days off. I'm going to get all of those days off. I don't want any days off because that would be considered a bid. Now this is all clear and it will use my standing bid. I hope this helps you feel more comfortable moving around PBS. Happy bidding!